Hey. Anyway.
Several parsecs later.
I got a couple of things or whatnot auction I want to show that I won from Very Gary's Comics. You gotta check out his whatnot auctions. Got some great stuff. And these shirts, you get them. They're so soft.
Comics closet.
Hey, thanks for checking out my comics closet. I'm Lynn. I got a couple things I want to show you. A little haul I had. I went to a local show on Saturday a couple weeks ago. And I've got a couple of things I won on whatnot auctions from Very Gary Comics. I got the Very Gary shirt on because it's so soft. But first, I drew the winner for my 100 subscriber giveaway. Give away one of these two slabs. And the winner was Felix Maldonado. So I appreciate it if you'd get a hold of me, Felix. You can get hold of me on my Instagram, which is same as my YouTube handle, Mike_comics_closet. Or I guess, I forget, one of the guys got hold of me on my whatnot. That you can DM on whatnot. I don't know if you're registered on there. Or you can get hold of me on my, I have a Gmail account, my email, which is my comics closet, but it's mi.comics with an X closet, all like one word, @gmail.com. I'll put that here, probably up there. So get hold of me, Felix, and I've got all your other people that have gotten hold of me about the, the little multi-packs of books. I'm getting them ready. I'm gonna wait till I get hold of Felix, because if he doesn't claim his prize, I may have to do another drawing, right? Give you guys a second chance at it. So get hold of me. I'd like to get you your book, Felix. Let me know which one you want, and I'll get it mailed out as soon as possible. And all your other ones will come right with them behind it. So I appreciate everybody just subscribing. All you people that participated in the contest and left comments on that last video. Let me know anything else you want to see or what's going on. I'm hoping to work towards 250, I guess, be the next milestone. So I'll figure out something to give away for that. I've got all kinds of stuff. I'll figure out something. By then I should have more stuff. But anyway, I would also like to talk about, the Motor City Comic Con's coming up. But I wanted to mention the Comic Book Community Awards on YouTube, run by Brian LCS. He's in charge of it all, and they got a website. I'll open up here. How would you do it? Comic Book Community Awards. That's the home page, but it's CBCAwards.org. So nominations start on May 13th. The nominations for the 2023 Comic Book Community Awards will open on May 13th. Here are the updated awards categories for 2023. There's 3 tiers? Yeah, 3 tiers. From 100 to 999 subscribers, from 1,000 to 5,000 subscribers, and then from 5,000 plus. But and they all have the same subcategories. Favorite channel, best unboxing, haul video, or series, which is kind of what stuff I do here. Best duo, couple, or collaborative event, which I don't do here. Best speculation comic, investing content. So there's those 4 categories in each tier. Then there's the biggest channel supporter, Blue Wrench fan, or overall supporter. Best hands, mustache, facial hair, or hair. Favorite community artist, best comic book review, best statue review, best omnibus review, best cleaning, pressing, and comic restoration content, best new channel, Best Unknown Channel, Best Ongoing Series, Comic Book Community Builder Award, the creator that promotes, supports community and its members, Most Comedic Content Creator, Comic Book Channel of the Year, Lifetime Achievement, which is the Stan Lee Award, channel with 3.5 or 3+ years on YouTube. And so the schedule for the whole thing is from May 13th to August 5th, nomination period. From August 6th to August 24th, it's a committee review. August 25th, finalists are announced out of all the nominees. August 26th through November 18th is the finalist voting, and then the winners are revealed on the 2nd of December. So, should be a lot of fun, you know. If you're a creator, you never know, you might get in on something. And if you're, you know, just like to watch, you can still, I think, get in and vote. But it's the Comic Book Community Awards, CBCAs.org. And that's all run by Brian LCS. I'm sure he has people helping him. He does a live stream called Breakfast with Brian every Saturday morning. I think he did a live stream last Friday. He does weekly videos. I think he did a mail call, like a Monday mail unboxing this morning. I watched at lunchtime. So anyway, check out Brian and make sure you check out the Comic Book Community Awards. And I also say, make sure if you're in the Southeast Michigan area or anywhere in Michigan or around the area, Motor City Comic Con. It's the big Comic Con, and it's in Novi at the Suburban Collection Show Place. It's a big hall. It's a beautiful place to. There's a lot of comics. All the big dealers, a lot of little dealers. So make sure you get to the Motor City Comic Con. I've got Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown from Back to the Future, Christina Ricci, who was Wednesday in the I think the original Addams Family movie. Jason Isaacs from Harry Potter, Carl Weathers from The Mandalorian, and plenty of other things. Say Timothy Omenson from Psych, Maggie Lawson from Psych, Catherine Tate from Doctor Who, Nick Foley, the wrestling legend, and Mark Shepard from Supernatural. Plus Brent Spiner, Data from Star Trek, Bryce Peppenbrook from Demon Slayer, Charles Martinez from Mario, Jonathan Frakes, who was in Star Trek Next Generation, Michael Rooker, who I was thinking of, because I have this lot of, I don't know if I have the whole set. It's the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, but they are, I'll put that over the side now, they're already punched for like a 3-week binder. I didn't even look, I think it's in a bag. Oh, this one's still in the poly bag even. I don't think it's ever been opened yet. But it's got Yondu. Yondu's the last one featured. So I'm thinking about pulling that page out and taking it to the Motor City Comic Con, meeting Michael Rooker, having him sign that page. I think you can get one page graded, right? I may have that one page put in, a slab and graded. I don't know if they grade one page or how they do it, but it will be an official signed page, witnessed. So I may do that at the Motor City Comic Con. I'm trying to think of something to have, Doc Brown or Christina Ricci sign or Data. Found a couple things that look interesting. I'm going to look into getting them. And I don't know, by the time this video is posted, it should be before the Motor City Comic Con. It might be just a week before. But besides that, I went to a little show on Saturday. It's called Dawn of the Collectors. And they have pretty much one every month. And the first ones, the original ones, were in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, usually the second Saturday of every month. But last week, they had one in Plymouth, Michigan, which they've had a couple. I went to one before. And so I went there because there's a few different dealers, some of the same dealers. And I picked up a couple books. Just, I always go to pretty much if I can't find anything else interesting, I go to I don't remember his name now. I see him at all the local shows. He'll be at Motor City Comic Con, and I'll go buy a couple books from him at least. Because, like I say, I bought this Amazing Spider-Man. What I do is I try to go, I buy like his lowest numbered book. It's in his boxes. that's in decent shape that I don't have. Because I think he had a 108. This is Spider-Man. It's Amazing Spider-Man 128. If you saw in a couple of videos back, I had Marvel Tales, which had this same cover. They're usually colored differently, but it's the same cover. And so that's why I thought this was interesting. It was the lowest numbered book he had by Amazing Spider-Man in his boxes. He's got a bunch of long boxes. You can see that. And it was that book, so I grabbed it. And it says $25, but I also got this Incredible Hulk, which was the lowest numbered book that he had, which is 106. So that's really a pretty low number book for the Hulk series, I believe. I believe I remember having this book when I was a kid, The Titan Rages, or at least I used to read a lot of comics. There was a friend of my mom and dad's family, but they had a son that was a couple years older than me, and he had a pile of comics in his room all the time, and they would sit and play cards till late in the night, and all the kids were asleep. I'd go in and sit and read his comics. Oh, and this one I got, which was the lowest numbered Fantastic Four that he had in his box, which is Fantastic Four 31, which is marked $65. This is the first appearance of Dr. Franklin Storm, which could play into the MCU. Pretty low grade. You could use a press. I don't know if it would really bring it up a grade any. But, like I say, they have them somewhat affordable, and I know this guy generally gives me a pretty good deal. Because also what I got there, let's see, I got these out, yeah. This is, Star Wars #1, which, actually, he had this one there also, which it says right on at the Whitman reprint, which is $95. And I had this one, which is only $50, and I asked him, because I think this one's actually in a better grade than the Whitman reprint, why it was cheaper. Well, it's a reprint. It's the first reprint. But it's still a nice book. And the Whitman reprint. So that's Star Wars #1, which is the first, like, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, I'd say, and I'd have to look at it. Princess Leia, probably. Well, we'll probably show her the droids. Because I also bought, well, this here, I'll show you why. This is #3, which is the Whitman reprint. And this is, same thing. They're both the same price. But #3, this is actually also the first reprint. And I didn't realize when I was looking at them. It has a reprint right there up in the, right next to the little box with Luke and his lightsaber. So I'm going to put this, I'll just set this back in here really quick. Because I also did get #2. That's what made me really start questioning. Because this one is the Whitman reprint of #2, and it's actually in really nice shape. It's got a couple spine ticks, but really not even color breaking. This has got both of these have color breaking spine ticks. This is the Whitman reprint, and it says $50. And this is first appearance of Obi-Wan, Han Solo, Chewbacca in a story, and this one's $150. And I asked him, I said, why is this one $150 compared to these other ones that aren't Whitman reprints, and they're cheaper? And that's when he showed me that it was the reprint symbol. But this is the original #2 here, Ron. But that's what I first showed him. And I said, well, I'm looking at these. And I said, that's what it's going for? And he told me $75 for you. And I said, well, I have other books picked out, which I had all these picked out. All of them, actually. So I piled them all up. I watched him add it up on his calculator. He added them all up, cover price, and he hit divide by 2. Came up to $267. He said, how about $260? And I gave him cash. So I got all those books, $260. Had a little show in Plymouth, Michigan. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. Guy always does me a great salad. So that's all this stuff. I'm going to get set up here again and open up these boxes from Barry Gary's auction. So
Remember to keep it comics.
Anyway, let me get these books open up here from Very Gary Comics on Whatnot. And, Whatnot auctions. He's on miscellaneous nights. He, showcasing people. He's a big seller, so they have him showcasing new sellers. I think kind of show them the ropes. But these I bought right from Very Gary, and I did look and see what they were. And well, I do remember what one lot is. I bought a lot, a couple other books. There's the shipper right there. Anyway, it was packed up nice in a nice Gemini mailer, and everything arrived in great shape. Looks like reusable, and he always has them in these nice little bubble wrap envelopes, like a little wrap bag. That you gotta open them up before without having to cut them. I thought. Got some sticking on them. Trying to get hold of it. But I guess I'm ripping it. I'm gonna get hold of it and cut it so I don't bend them. There we go. Not a big deal. Got all kinds of bubble wrap. Haven't shipped much out lately, but I've got some stuff. Oops. Let me grab my shipper there. I just lost it. My invoice. Oh yeah, okay. Some cool books. All these books, except this one, all these books are books I bought on Whatnot. From various people. A couple of them I think were, wins on like giveaways. Maybe this one, I'm not sure now. But anyway, in this one, the show I went to this last weekend was called Dawn of the Collectors, which they have one in St. Clair Shores, usually I think the second Saturday of the month. And they had one this last weekend in Plymouth, Michigan. And they have an early bird drawing. If you get there early before 10, between 9 and 10, you pay $10 to get in. Instead of after 10, it's $3. But if you pay the $10, you're into the early bird drawing, which I usually give you a choice of, a couple different slabs. So they ended up drawing my number. The first time I went to this show, I got there early, but got into the early bird drawing, and they drew my number, and I won this Alpha Flight 1 in a 9.6. I mean, I don't know, probably worth $60-80. Probably dropped even since when I won it. But yeah, so the rest of these books are all books I got on Whatnot. All right, are we ready? First thing I got, it's really high grade, is this Youngblood number 2, which I believe is the first appearance of Prophet. Thought they were making a Prophet movie. I'm gonna move this. One of my favorite books now. Thought they made a Prophet movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know if I ever saw it. I thought the Prophet books were not too bad. But anyway, I got this from Very Gary's. Prophet. There's Youngblood 2. Yeah, first Prophet. I paid $10 for that. And I know I already have that. I mean, I have all the Youngblood. I have all this Image stuff. I bought it all back in the day. And then I also got this Man-Thing number 1, which paid $4 for. I think I'd already bought one. Once you start, buy other books, shipping's like $1. And then the next batch, it was a lot. Okay, this is Dark Horse Presents 100. This is 1 of 5. Guy in the mouth of it. Oh, he's flying up by the T-Rex. Oh, and then this is Dark Horse Comics number 17. There's some Star Wars in there. Star Wars Droids. Oh, that's what that is on the cover. Aliens, Alien. Star Wars Droids and Predator, The Hunted City. And then there's Dark Horse Comics number 18, which is an Alien cover. It still has Star Wars Droids and Predator story. And this is Dark Horse Presents. Let's see what we got here for numbers. I don't see the numbers. Anyway, here's Dark Horse Presents. Oh, number 51. Okay, this is Dark Horse Comics, same as that. Which is, so I got Alien, Star Wars droids. It's got LX, Welcome to the Jungle. I'm not sure if it's, first appearance or anything of X. This was all in this lot, this also, okay, this is Dark Horse Presents, which I think is a Sin City cover. Heartbreakers, Harlequin, Sin City. Yeah, there's a Sin City story in there. And this is also Dark Horse Presents. That's 51, I believe. And this is Dark Horse Presents number 58, which is also a Sin City story. Alien Fire story. So, those are the raw books that I got from Very Gary. Set the rest back here out of the way for a minute. Let's see what we got in this nice USPS priority mailer. Sometimes you can just, you got it taped. It is taped, and that's a good thing. A lot of times, they just have the stick them on. You can pull them open pretty well. Or at least if it's taped, you can tell somebody's been in it. So, let's just put that over there. Always well wrapped from Very Gary. Well wrapped in the bubble wrap. Let's see, this was the first group. This was Very Gary Comics. The live stream was new collection auction. Oh, this was on the 21st of April, 2023. I bought all those books. This was a different auction. I think this was actually before that. We'll see here in a minute. Alright, there's my packing slip. And this is live stream name from Very Gary Comics. Oh, $1 slabs from Mutant Beaver Comics. And this is from April 7th. So it's been about a month and a half now, right? Yeah, and these don't tell me what I ordered, but they have prices on them. Which the first thing I got was, see, they're both 9/8, so I was happy with that. Show this first, which is the red. I think was it the Gleason cover. I already have the blue one in a 9/8. I think it might be a 9/6. And I have a couple other versions of that cover in raw form. And I don't know if I'm going to get them slabbed. I may get them slabbed down the road. It's starting to get expensive to get stuff slabbed. I may get them CBCAs slabbed. CGC is hardly worth slabbing these modern books. I mean, that was a big book at one time, because of the cover. It is a cool cover. I also have a Carnage. I think I have a Carnage one that's graded. I think it's a 9/6. And a Venom one that's graded, which might be a 9/8. But I also, last but not least, got this Venom number 4. See that? Well, maybe. Venom number 4. And it's got the homage to, what is that, Spider-Man 300? Yeah. I have several books that have that homage in different forms. I think I have this book actually already, and I think maybe it was a 9/6. So anyway, that's what I got from Very Gary's Whatnot auction. Appreciate you checking me out here at my comic closet. Give me a thumbs up. Comment. Give me some comments. Let me know what's going on if you're in the area. This may be like the weekend before Motor City Comic Con. So try to get to the Motor City Comic Con. And thanks for checking out my comics closet, where we bring comics, comic collecting right out of the closet.